Okay. See, I keep clicking this button and okay, the button has to turn red. That is the key. Good morning. I'm wearing a lipstick I hate. I know the guys out there know nothing about lipstick they hate. Actually, I think most of you guys hate having lipstick on your shirt. But yes, good morning, everybody. Oh, I don't like this lipstick. Ah, it's even worse when I see it in the light. Goodness, I couldn't find one that I liked. But good morning, everybody. My name is Sincerely George, and welcome to the XRP Community Update. It is Hot Mess Tuesday. That's what I feel like right now. I've been so busy doing so many things that I haven't had a chance to really catch up on the news. But I'm hoping that you guys can help me, because in the small amount of time that I spent yesterday catching up on the news, this article caught my attention, and I haven't had a chance to really dig in. It's talking about cryptocurrency legislation and the Trump executive order ban on the petrodollar or the petro token. I'm not sure if it's called the petrodollar. I think it is the petrodollar. But the interesting part that came out of this article, and I'll share it with you guys because, and I have like, be right there, and I never even sent that message. But the interesting thing about this is that, let's see, where is it? Yeah, so I'll just read this here. This is what makes the Verdad Act so interesting. On the surface, the reasons for the law include the banning of the current cryptocurrency. Public corruption, narcotics trafficking, and money laundering are easy for most Americans to agree on. But if Venezuela, China, or other nation that would love to see the US dollar lose its position as a global reserve start to explore cryptocurrency, the asset once thought as uncensorable becomes both a potential threat and a potential solution. And then where is it down here? No, that wasn't, sorry. The thing about it is that this specific legislation, from what I was reading, appears to be written too vaguely. Like you could almost create a copy paste document that would enable you to start banning any cryptocurrency without a lot of oversight. And that was the piece that I found really, really interesting, because you know, here it says, in addition to the Verdad, Brett has identified 2 other bills pertaining to blockchain in the Senate and 17 bills in the House of Representatives. I didn't even realize there were that many, honestly. For measures as simple as the House FinCEN study to educate law enforcement in the areas of cryptocurrency, and as broad as the Senate's Digital Taxonomy Act of 2019, which could give the Federal Trade Commission $25 million a year for 5 years to help prevent cryptocurrency fraud. So there's lots of legislation out there, and in regards to, you know, the news that I find most interesting right now, it's really around the regulatory clarity that we need in order for big business to feel comfortable using a digital asset, and specifically XRP. But if we have laws that are written too vaguely, especially in the United States, and other nation states go ahead and copy that, then we have risk of just, you know, these states causing or forcing the banning of cryptocurrencies one at a time. Now, we already know that there is a dislike for privacy-focused digital assets. I myself think that privacy-focused digital assets are a good thing. I think that one of the freedoms that we have is the freedom to transact, to go and buy something without everybody knowing what we did. That's sort of one of the things that, you know, goes away when you invest in a political party, but shouldn't go away when you walk into an adult toy store, right? Like, you should continue to have the freedom to say, hey, I don't want this to be on ledger. So it's a slippery slope, and one that I hope that we get right, but I'm of the opinion that we probably won't get it right. We will just go with an overall ban on privacy-focused tokens. And my challenge with that is not necessarily what's going on today, but I think potentially Sam from To the Lifeboats has talked about this, just opportunities for citizens to uprise and say that they want things to go a different way. If everything is on ledger, like in Hong Kong, where you have these protests happening, a lot of them are using cash, you know, using alternate methods than the digital methods, using their credit card when they go in to do the protests, because after the fact, that information is available and can be used against them. So I invite you guys to go and take a look at this. I pasted the article in the chat. So definitely take a look at this. This is something that I want to definitely dig into, and will probably be the one thing that I'm looking at this today, because I don't know if I need to reach out to my own representatives and, you know, speak out against this. I think if we put massive limits, or the ability to put massive limits on one particular digital asset without high scrutiny, we just allow, you know, carte blanche to just go out and do whatever you want, and we don't have regulatory clarity on anything else, we're at risk of losing freedoms on everything else, because they could just go out and say, okay, well, this one's banned, that one's banned, that one's banned, one at a time. And it's something that could happen under the radar if it's something that doesn't have to go in front of the House or the Senate. So that's why I brought that one up. That's really the only news article I'm going to talk about today. It's going to be a little bit more fun. So let's get to the chat. AJ was the first one here, and he had to leave. He's like, I just wanted to stop in. I wanted to be number one. I wanted everybody to know that I was number one. And now I'm going to a meeting. So AJ is probably gone and not here in our discussion, but I appreciate him stopping in. Next we had Nate, then Steve Believe Guitars, David D, Jay Vaughn, Robert Gable. Welcome. I don't think you've been here before. Thank you for being here. But have to leave for work, but we'll watch tonight. Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Danny Torres, Calvin Knight, The Great Pate. Oh, who else do we have? Albertina Elf, thank you for stopping in. RTV Dutchy, good morning. The Great Pate, and I'm the HODL Review. So the HODL Review has been extremely busy. You know, I don't know if you guys remember that Chip and the HODL Review have been going around saying, what's up with OTC? Where are those messages? Where are my trailers of what's up with OTC? I want to know what's up with OTC. You guys have left me hanging. You guys are flirting with us, prompting us. But, you know, if you do a live stream today, I know you guys have been really busy, you know, trying to follow through on your promise of letting us know what the heck is up. But if you actually get to stream tonight, I would love to watch you talk about the legislation, and specifically this legislation. I'll post the link again, because I'm interested in going into this and understanding more about the regulatory framework that we're going to put around the Pedro. And I totally agree. The HODL Review says the Pedro is a fake centralized digital currency anyways. I completely agree. What I'm concerned about is if we start, you know, writing laws to block the Pedro, but then does that make it possible for them to block everything else? So, oh, shush up, Lionel. Shush up. I hear you. Done. All right. Moving on. So, this is something that I find pretty fun. Mr. David Schwartz, Joel Katz. Now Joel Katz is always out there in the community, interacting with people, answering questions, and, you know, generally trying to stay abreast of what's going on in the community and make sure that we're in the know, especially when some serious FUD comes out. So, you know, I follow him and I have the little bell turned on so I get notifications when it happens. But, you know, over the weekend, he sent out a picture of Smart Food popcorn, caramel cheddar mix with the phrase, has the world gone mad? And oh my goodness, people got on top of this and could not leave it alone. And it seems as though his entire humor started to show. And I think the guy might be, I think he's just laughing at I think he's at the point where he just laughs at some of the responses that we have. And Echo Sexpr1, yes, we have some very interesting names, by the way. Echo Sexpr, yeah, that guy right there says, can't wait to see the XRP riddles that come from this picture. And they came at mass. I starred a couple of them here, which were just amazing. Oh goodness, I'm sorry for all the scrolling. You know, can we get some cheddar on the 24th? Meh, to $4. And in the end, he posted another tweet, which was just like, here's a riddle of nothing, which I responded to, and I can't find it anymore. But he says, you know, my phone just got a notification that it would be a 97F in the moon. Apparently, I was in moon PA and didn't know it. Sadly, too late to find a sign and get a picture. So he just goes along with some of our fun, and then we jump on it and turn it into, you know, riddles, which are pretty interesting. Don't get me wrong, I love riddles. I think they're fun. It makes everything a lot more interesting. There was a time when nothing was going on, when, you know, hearing people talk about the riddles was very, very exciting. But we need to keep a level head, and I don't think the pack of, you know, the bag of smart food and the date, the 24th, or, you know, the expiration date of the 24th means the end of fiat currency, means that that's the moon date. If it is the moon date, I'm totally locked and loaded. I've got my helmet ready. Or anything else. I feel so bad for Joel Katz. He can't say anything without us going and riddleizing it. The poor guy. But the thing I love about Joel Katz is that he's just going with it now. He's just on it. He's responding to the riddles and just, you know, laughing it out in his own way. And, you know, it brings me to another topic, because yesterday a couple people came and said, you know, hey, what about an award for this and another award for that? And a little bit jokey. One was very serious. We decided not to go with it. One was largest donator or largest gifter in the XRP community. And when we went and looked at that from a, you know, should we add that to the ballot? Because there will be a serious ballot. You know, we decided that wasn't a good idea to put on the ballot, because it creates risk for those people in the now and in the future, right? If people know that they're large donors, it's going to make them more susceptible to attacks by scammers and hackers. And I don't think all of the doors have been shut down on scammers and hackers. And if they get your digital assets, you can't get it back. So we decided not to go with that one, but we are looking for ideas on what people would like to see on the ballot. So let me know what you guys want to see on the ballot. We have most likely to be a bot will be there, and Fudbuster. Those are two tribute awards to CoinDesk. They made us number 4 last year in the most influential in blockchain. I think we're number 1. Hello. So our own award ceremony will be a tribute to them, right? Those will be 2 somewhat jokey awards, but, you know, if everybody thinks we're a bunch of bots, gotta you know, award our top bot. And definitely look out for those people that are out there FUD busting, because it comes in so hard and strong. It seems like half of the videos that are going out these days are just FUD busting videos, because we've just got a lot of garbage out there. It drives me bonkers is the wrong word, but bonkers. I'm going to use bonkers. All right. So thank you, Joel Katz, for making our environment so neat. This is another thing. This is trending this morning, which is sad. It's very sad, because these guys are definitely not very excited about their retirement opportunities. So the hashtag is Millennial retirement plans. Now, I know in the digital asset space, we are like, woohoo, can't wait to retire. Will it happen tomorrow? But it seems that a lot of millennials are very, very, you know, emo, right? Emotional about this, and don't have a very good outlook on this. So just a couple here. So I haven't pre-groomed these, but let's see. Let me see if I can find some that made me decide to, right? Like, probably jump into a volcano. Like, what the hell? Here's another one. Unlike my potential opponent. Oh, that's a political one. A wardrobe full of briskas, right? Does anybody posting here have a job? I'm going to help. Okay. My millennial plan, die. We all know we'll never retire. Like, this is pretty sad. Work until I die at my desk. Die with a belly full of wine. I'm not reading some parts of this because they go off the chain pretty fast. Bring me money. So somebody is in the digital asset space, which is really exciting. But, you know, I think when people think about what's going on with our monetary system and the opportunities that we will have in the future, you know, I think a lot of people are really scared, especially when we look at millennials and the debt that they have as they look to graduate from post-secondary, or even as they're going out and looking for a job that may not require post-secondary education. Automation is changing things faster than most people realize. One of the things that you know, I'm excited about automation because automation has already been put into places where it's high risk for injury. But you know, there's automation out there, and I had one bookmarked where it's like a welder, right? You know, it's a rent-a-welder, which will, you know, whatever your welding needs, we'll program it and it'll just weld the same thing over and over again. You don't have to worry about anybody calling in sick. And that's sort of the joke that they had on their website, which is true, right? You know, like you get 7 days a year. Should you use them? Now that's a choice. I don't have any discussion points on that, but you know, I think that millennials have a right to be concerned about their future, and transparency in regards to what is going on with our monetary system and what the opportunities really are definitely necessary so that they can plan accordingly. There's nothing like waiting for the government to, you know, look after you with, you know, Medicaid or this or that, and then finding out that the money isn't even there, right? So I'm hoping that digital assets will help us get more transparency around what's going on with our finances at the, you know, government level around the globe, so that citizens have a better opportunity of identifying, you know, what needs focus, what doesn't, and to maybe lobby for the changes that they think are most appropriate. You know, another one here: work and rage myself to death. Right? Millennial retirement plans. They're still doing those. So if you have not gone out and checked this hashtag, it is trending right now on Twitter. So go check it out, because I think it's an important topic, and it's one of the things that I hope we get more clarity around as digital assets become a thing, right? Like, I don't know how fractional reserves will be impacted. And we have Notorious XRP, always an amazing contributor to the community. For those who weren't here yesterday, Notorious XRP will be creating a special performance for the XRP Community Choice Awards that's happening November 16th. And I love his work, and I love his use of hashtags. He knows how to get in there, or they know how to get in there. I don't know if all of you guys are aware, but the Notorious XRP is a group. It's not just an individual. I think there's an individual that interacts with us, right? But all of the great videos that they put out are actually put out by a team of people. That's part of the reason why they're able to create so many so quickly. But there they are: millennial retirement plans, obviously coffee, oh, and then some booty. Yep. You know, scrolling on Twitter sometimes, I don't mind doing it when I'm not on camera, but when I'm on camera, it can get pretty risque pretty fast. So let's see what people are saying over here. Good morning, Connie. Great to have you here. Danny Torres says, and this is going back a little ways. Sorry about this, guys. David Schwartz was funny yesterday. He was funny. I thought he really took everything in stride, because some of those posts on there were just off the chain in regards to the conspiracy. It was like, what? I'm just talking about some popcorn. That is hilarious. David D said, Danny Torres was great. He called out all the stupid clickbait articles and price predictions. I can appreciate him calling out the lunacy on relatively new streamers. Now he has 5,500 subs due to it. Wow, that's pretty awesome. XRP strong. So I'm not sure if we're talking about David Schwartz there or not, because he has a ton of followers. And I'm sorry to be so far back. Notorious has more alts than Calvin and Bubba. Mind blown. I don't know. Yeah. Looks like the corridor is opening up. Yeah, I think the corridors are opening up. I don't know if you guys saw the little price jump this morning. I was happily surprised, even though I don't generally go and check this out. I want to see if it's still happening. But I was looking for a transfer in, but yeah, we have a little price jump going on this morning. This is not technical advice. This is not financial news. This is for entertainment purposes only. But in the last hour, we're up just less than 1%. and it looks like everybody's sort of on their way up again. But I was really surprised by XRP because when I look at my handy dandy little map here, you know, it's a nice little uptick. And when I first saw it, I wondered how the coil announcement in regards to working with Mozilla played a role with that. I did not get a chance to look at that yesterday, and I'm really sad about that. I, you know, jumped into the pool of crypto Twitter and I was like, yippee, I'm here. I get to look at all the news that excites me. And I found some stuff. It was so great. You know, it was fabulous. Lasted until I left the office because we've hit great goals. I'm not sure if anything has happened here. This is a page I refresh on a regular basis. In case anybody is wondering, I will share this. Look at Fiat Leaks. All right, just because I actually saw the comment there, Fiat Leaks, Fiat Leak, let's see, Fiat Leak XRP, I want XRP. So I will bring that up. You have it going. The volume is insane. This is a site, I could sit here and watch this all day if I sat still, long enough. Now, yes, I always just see a blue line, just a straight blue line. Like, I think it's awesome and amazing. I don't dig into this very much. It just takes a lot of processing power, but there you go. There is the Fiat Leaks. This is a great site, but look at how fast that is going. It is going very fast. And Huobi and Binance. Wow. So Binance, the US version of Binance, I think you can actually sign up. I'm going to go sign up for Binance, not because I support that exchange. I have no attachment to any exchange. I don't share any links for them, yada, yada, yada. But I want to go sign up because I'm really interested in how close, or, you know, how similar it is to the exchange that they're using to serve the rest of the world, and whether or not they've turned on the interest bearing parts. They were also looking at, they had a lot of different things that were coming out. They tend to be pretty innovative in rolling out solutions, but they're definitely not perfect. You know, they've had 2 hacks, 1 per year so far. And it seems like Tether made its way out the door in both, which just causes me to pause because I have a lot of concerns about Tether as it stands alone. But let's move on. So Danny Torres says, Calvin, I don't think so. His hair always looks clean and conditioned. Ooh. Ooh. Is Michelle Command. Yeah, I think so. So I want to come back over here. I thought to celebrate. So every time that we get 500 XRP into here for XRP, we send them over to the XRP Fund. So you'll never see this reach our total amount, but currently based on what we have right now, and I did transfer that in, but I don't know why. Yes. So, there's only 12 tickets left for matching. So once we get those 12 tickets met for matching, we will actually go up an additional 200 XRP in here because the RTB, yes, and me, right, donated early on to do matching and enable everybody to get double entry. So towards the end of the stream, I am going to actually send over what's here. But since I suck at math most days, since we have 12 tickets left, I push the XRP into the account when we hit that 10 mark. So, you know, once we are down to 10 or less, then I'll push the next 100 and then the next 100. But we only have 12 tickets left. So I would jump on that bandwagon if you are interested. XRP Choice Awards. Wow. Oh my goodness. We were able to really get a lot of people involved yesterday. I want to say massive support for everybody that contributed to just getting the word out there. Danny Torres, holy cow, that woman has a following. Everybody wants to win her art. It is crazy. But, you know, one of the challenges that we have is that people don't know how to use the XRP tip bot. There are people that are trying to use it and their XRP is going haywire. Danny sent, you know, it feels like 10, you know, sent 10 transactions to the XRP tip bot because the XRP hit her account. I know Sam I am, who generally isn't somebody who's using the tip bot for purposes on Twitter. You know, his got lost, went to somebody else. So we are doing a lot behind the scenes to try and track down what XRP is going where, make sure that we have everything going to the right spot. We didn't get a chance to reconcile, you know, did all the XRP that people thought that they were buying tickets with go to the right place yesterday, but we are working on that. And this is the page that we use for that. I'm not, the part that I actually use, and I don't know if you can see me hovering over it, but this was developed by Nixer. Oh goodness, I forgot his last name or his entire Twitter. But this is a tool that we use, and what we do is we go and we pull all of the transactions for here. And I just want to, you know, well, how do you know who got gifted is the big question. You know, how do you know how, you know, I got a gift. How do I know that it was actually sent to me? Out here, we actually have the transactions that came through. So I'm just going to click on one here. What it does is it leads us into the actual tweet where the XRP was gifted. So when I said that we have full transparency and we're tracking all of this, this is how we're tracking it. And we take it from here and we put it into a spreadsheet. Yeah, the spreadsheet, it comes back to a spreadsheet where we then do the assignment of the tickets and where it came from. So over here, I have to actually update this because I want it to be better. But over here on the far side, I want to get it on screen here. So just so that everybody is clearly aware, and it's because I'm at the top. So over here, we are tracking, you know, that it was a gift purchase, who it got gifted to, and trying to do that reconciliation. What I want to do, because what I've done is I copy it all the way over back into here, thus replacing the original donor's name. But I want to keep those two in sync so that we have traceability. If there's any questions that come up, we can provide that information right off the bat. We had some pretty big people out there that were just buying tickets. I think they want to win Danny's art. So Nate was out there like a rock star. Digital asset investor Alex Cobb, CKJ, who else? Kevin Cage, the Kate Moss lookalike are some that I saw, and I think Brad Garlinghouse as well. Adam Kilpatrick actually kicked off the like, hey, let's get Ripple employees here by sending the first ticket off to Joel Katz. Right, I don't know if it was during the stream or right after the stream. So that really got the gifting going, and a lot of gifts were sent out yesterday, and we're tracking all of them. We have to do some reconciliation. This page will be made available, and as soon as the tickets are gifted, people are actually given a ticket number. The ticket number is what we will use for the actual gifting. Our first donation or ticket purchase was made by Danny Torres. And I was actually harassing some of the people on the council. What's the first number we should use? You know, should it be 589? Should it be September 24th? Because that's the date with, you know, some popcorn on it. Nope. We actually went with 11/16 because that is the date of the event. And it is a key date when the community actually shows up and shows massive support for the XRP Community Fund. So Danny Torres, you got the first ticket. Thank you so much for you know, having faith in us, for, you know, believing in this project. You have many tickets, but your first ticket is 11/16. So this list will be made available because we will be running the winnings live so that everybody can see who won. People will be able to come out to the ticket list, look for that number, and identify exactly who won. So no hoodwinking behind the scenes, as much transparency as possible. And that's key because there's three main goals that I have for this. And one is that, you know, everybody who has been involved with, you know, whether it be legal stuff or whatever, that everybody understands, you know, how we have transparency, that creates traceability in records. And we have that clearly defined for this. Also, that people have a better understanding about what the XRP Community Fund is all about, how it serves to benefit us all, and also how they can get involved. Right now, we're, you know, loading them up with XRP, but the XRP Community Fund allows us to elect and select projects that we want to see developed. They're looking for projects that have will serve not just a small little group, but serve as many people as possible. So I think there's some work that needs to go into this, because I've looked at the web monetization developers. I'm losing my words. I've looked at the web dev toolkit for the web monetization plugin or code API that exists, that is behind Coil, and I'm not seeing an easy way to pull out the gating. And when you say gating, it's blocking people from seeing part of the content. So I don't know if somebody, if we hire a developer to create gating capabilities for WordPress, I don't know if they actually have to go and get a pull request, a request to add code into the main main open source software for the web monetization piece, if we're going to actually have to write that code ourselves. From what I see, it's highly likely that we will. So there's definite work for some of the things that we need to have done. And if we think it's a priority, even though the rest of the community doesn't, the rest of the global open source community that is investing in developing it doesn't think it's key, then we need to hire people to do that. So I wanted to demonstrate how this transparency is working, so that you guys understand. This will be available, I'm hoping, for tomorrow. The first goal, we're looking for volunteers, and I think I have a volunteer sheet up over here. So we are looking for volunteers. We need people to just like, share, retweet information about what's going on. That has been going fantastic. A big thank you to everybody who has been helping us with that. As much as possible, use the Here for XRP hashtag, Here for XRP hashtag, VIP hashtag, and gift hashtag. Those 3 hashtags, I am searching to see if we have any lost XRP, and just spread the word for Here for XRP. Somebody recommended that we create a banner, so we created a banner. So there's a banner that you can use to put up on your Twitter page so that you can promote it. We also need admin support. This is the area that I need the most support with, because as we have donations come in, we need to make sure that it's reconciled, and go and see if it should be gifted. That is a manual process, seeing if it's gifted, and then tracking that information. And that piece of information alone, or that piece, takes time. It's one thing to just go to the ledger and copy it over. It's another thing to see if it was gifted. Another thing, I'm worried about XRP being lost. So doing reconciliation between the spreadsheet, the one that I was showing over here, right, between this and any place where somebody has tried to send to Here for XRP, so that potentially we can identify all of those accidents and make sure that it gets to the right spot, reach out to those people, let people who thought they were buying tickets know that they didn't actually buy a ticket, it actually went to somebody else. But we're trying to get this to be bulletproof. When I was in the shower this morning, all I could think of was like, yeah, we're seriously testing the boundaries of the XRP tip bot and figuring out how it works and how it doesn't. So that information will be shared. I don't have a direct link to Witsy Wind, and I always say his name wrong, so apologies. But working on making that work. The crypto camper has shown up. He is alive. Now, I'm happy. I was a little bit worried about the crypto camper. I don't know if he shared information globally, but it seems like he had a mishap this weekend. So I do hope you are feeling better. Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of him, the crypto camper, on Twitter, because he is one of the people that is helping with doing the planning for the event on November 16th, but he's missing in action. And my joke to him was like, I think you're a weekend prisoner, but I'm not going to ruin his anonymity on that one. I will let him tell everybody how things are going. Can you check and make sure that mine showed up? I will. I've copied your name down as one that I will verify that it showed up. I will put it down here at the bottom. I can't do it right now. I'm out of time. And that goes to frickin' Clutch. It's a great Twitter handle. But yes, I will be working. I will be working on creating, like, do it this way, only do it this way. The best way to make sure that it happens is to send it as a standalone tweet where you're only including Here for XRP, or to use the XRP tip bot. Now, the challenge with that is that people are doing it on spot, and that's how we want it happening. So I'm a little bit frustrated, but I won't go into that. Calvin Knight, you're a criminal. Stop stealing hearts. No, I love hearts. I love hearts, but thank you, Calvin. I appreciate that. Technical Guru, sweet. I see my ticket there. Even if I don't win, I plan on purchasing one for her pieces sooner than later. That's for sure. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, and this list will be made available along with who it was gifted to. If you see errors, we want to get it right, but we're using Twitter as that. If you gift through the tip bot, make sure that you send a related tweet using Here for XRP, hashtag VIP, hashtag gift, so that we can track it. David D, can you use the XRP tip bot if you don't have an address and destination tag? Can you post that? Yes, so the XRP tip bot, you need an address and destination tag, but you can send directly to that address. So let me do that again. And so this is, the information that I'm sharing right now, the address and destination tag, is for the wallet, right? So when I go and deposit XRP into the edit find George. Okay. So the address that I'm using is the wallet address for this account. So if you use the wallet address, like let's say that you want to send a large amount to this project, let us know, reach out. You can contact us at hereforxrp@gmail.com if you're not on Twitter, and we will, correlate that information, allowing people to maintain their anonymity, because there are some people that aren't on Twitter, but we're running this predominantly on Twitter, and we would, take the body of the email, associating it with it, and leave the private parts like email address and stuff like that on Here for XRP, unless there was an audit done in association with that. And finally, we need help with the, we will be auditing everything that we do as well towards the end, making sure that all the tickets went out. So please don't delete your tweets if you're gifting or if you buy a ticket, because we will be using that for audit purposes towards the end. Make sure that the right tickets went to the right people, and identify how much XRP got lost. So I am over time. Imagine that. I'm always over time, and I show up late for dinner sometimes. But I hope this information has been helpful. I want to get more into the news tomorrow. So if you guys can, if you don't, or if you see people that are out there going, oh, I wish I was more involved in the community, everybody ignores me, send them my way. Yes, definitely send them my way. I won't ignore them. The people that have been helping out with getting this going definitely deserve a lot of attention. So I will be doing a shout out to them, because I am constantly badgering them with questions. What should we do about this? How should we do this? Can you guys do this, that, or the other thing? So I really appreciate everybody stepping up and helping out. And with that, I am about... So Ripple and Coinbase are merging? What? No. Is that true? No, it can't be true. Is that true? Don't tempt me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Thank you so much, Danny. Merging. Bubba, what's with this merge? You come in here with these sensational topics. Ripple and Coinbase are merging. You are going to cause a tweet storm on Twitter. You've already got Lionel saying merging. Yeah. So sorry for dropping off the radar. I was in a minor accident. This is from Bubba Shipes. Thank you for speaking up, Bubba. So sorry for dropping off the radar. I was in a minor accident this weekend, and the meds knocked me out right in the middle of Danny's price game yesterday. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. So he calls it a minor accident. I don't call rolling down the hill 3 times in a Jeep a minor accident, dude. I don't know where you get the word minor from. Minor. Being in the hospital for a day or 2 days or whatever is not minor. All right? Like, shush up already. Gosh. And you fall off the radar, and it's like, does he have a concussion? What's going on? That's one of the problems that I have with this digital world. You can't go and chase people down. So, and Lionel comes back with an answer. Bubba Shipes obviously has a concussion because Coinbase isn't merging with Ripple. So Danny is closing us out with our last comment. Hope you are feeling better, Bubba. Yes, everybody in the community hopes you are feeling better. The other person that is working on the schedule will be reaching out to you. I made them aware that you were under the weather. So on that note, I am out of here. I am going to race to work. I'm going to take this lipstick off because I'm not liking it at all. I just saw myself again as I go looking for the button. I hate this lipstick. I should just throw it away, but I don't want to throw it away, but I hate it. So on that note, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will be doing more news stuff, but there's just so much news related to what we have going on here that I needed to just cover it. I need a nurse. Any takers? Yeah, Scully might help as a nurse. Scully is here. Good morning, Scully. I will be reaching out to you as well. I want to get you on Coil. So you hate it and I love it. Awesome. So how many more tickets will be doubled? Let me take a look at, guys keep talking. I love it. I think we're at 12 right now. Yep, we're still at 12 more tickets for doubling. So before you leave the stream, hit the like and subscribe, and please and thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the reminder, Connie. I always forget that, and I appreciate you very, very much. So I hope everybody has a great day. Go out. I know everybody out there has a dream. Everybody is out there has something that they wish that they were doing. And all you have to do is dedicate 5 minutes towards moving closer to the realization of that dream. Now, if you want to be a millionaire, what are the things that you envision taking you to becoming a millionaire? If you want to, communicate more with your mom, take 5 minutes and communicate more with your mom. You don't have to do it all at once. Just dedicate 5 minutes per day to chasing your dreams and you will see yourself there. It's amazing how everything moves you towards the realization of what you want, as long as it's not flying, because flying is still not something that we can do. But you can get in a plane, so don't go on top of a building and plan on spending 5 minutes up there, not putting any ideas out there. Just be good. Go chase your dreams, live an inspired life, and have some fun. I love you all, and I hope you have an amazing day. I'm out of here. Bye.